What's going on, guys? Hey, Ryan Irwin here with you again for another Bodybuilding 101 video. So this is video 8 of the series, and this is really almost a two-part video from what I talked about last time. So let me recap just this last video. Gosh, we're on video 8, so again, it'll be a lot of content, so just going to go ahead and highlight that previous one. What we talked about was the post-contest strategy. What do you do after you compete? Should you continue to compete? How much time before your next contest? What do you do in that time? So that's a very important concept, and now this video is just as important, I would say crucial to a successful career in bodybuilding. The reason why is because I'm going to talk about what you do from a nutrition standpoint, okay, aka the reverse diet. So if you've never heard of this concept, it's very, very important. Please, please, please take special note, because this is going to help set you up for not only long-term success as a competitor, but also from a health standpoint, so as once you're done with your competitive career, you can continue to have a good body composition and be able to sustain those healthy levels. So I hope you enjoy this. If you haven't already, take a look back at the other videos. There's a link below to all those articles. Of course, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. I've got a lot of other videos regarding training, tips, things of that nature. And thanks for sharing, and please comment below with any other input, ideas you have, and enjoy this video of the Bodybuilding 101 series. We'll talk soon. This one's big, so big I put it in all bold. Reverse diet. Has anybody not heard of reverse diet? What that is? Yeah. So what a reverse diet is, when you diet down, your body thinks you're going to die. Okay? I mean, literally, it thinks you're going to die. When you restrict calories, you're losing body mass. Okay? Your body doesn't like that. Okay? There's a reason why in everything we've been hearing today, why 70% of the population is overweight. Because that's, your body feels good. It feels safe. It knows it's going to survive. Okay? Bless you. But what happens there is when you diet, you get to a certain point, your body's trying to survive, so it slows down its metabolism. It's like, well, hey, Ryan's not going to feed me, so I'm going to slow down my metabolism, otherwise we're going to die. He's just going to keep this up until he just whittles away. Okay? So you slow down your metabolism, and what happens then, at the end of this contest cycle, you're lean, you look amazing, you're muscular, you're shredded, you just dominate, but you need some help. You need to get your body back to a point that's healthy. Okay, and I'm not saying competing can be unhealthy, but you can get that lean and not damage things, but you need to then say, all right, I need to focus as much on getting back to where I was as you did getting there. So, dangers about this, the biggest thing is people will then go back into full feed. And you can imagine the scenario. Your metabolism's lower, you haven't had any of that yummy stuff for about 3-4 months, and your body's not used to that type of food. You've been eating clean, low sugar, high fiber foods. You start dumping in pancakes and ribs and potato chips and all that, and French silk pie, and all that. What's going to happen? Bad things. Your metabolism is lowered, but there's also a lot of other things that are going on, hormone-wise, enzyme-wise. Your body is in the perfect state to add fat because it needs to. It needs to, otherwise it thinks you're going to die. Okay? So if you start adding all that stuff in, you are creating the perfect storm to add a ton of body fat in a small amount of time. So this is the hardest thing, but the biggest thing you can do is reverse diet. So what you do is you basically reverse everything that you've done, and you slowly start adding things in. Slowly start increasing your calories. Slowly start reducing your cardio. Okay? It's the hardest thing. It is absolutely the hardest thing to do, because when you're getting ready for a contest, you've got the pressure. You're going to be on stage in your underwear in front of hundreds of people, right? So you've got a reason to work hard, okay? But when you're reverse dieting, you know, nobody, you're not getting on stage after the end of that, you know, you just have yourself. But that will make a bigger difference in your long-term strategy and absolutely your long-term health. You know, I've been doing this for, like I said, 25 years, and I've seen people, they're one and done. And that's fine. You know, if it's on a bucket list and you just want to get up on stage once just to say you did it, that's awesome. That's great. But the people that only do it once is because they had a bad experience. This is usually why. They just completely, you know, come apart afterwards. So this can add up to a bad scenario. And going into a diet, I'll be real for a second. If somebody thinks getting ready for a bodybuilding contest is going to help them with maybe an eating disorder or help them become comfortable with their own skin, it won't. It'll actually make it worse. Because after this, if they got issues with, you know, food, body image, whatnot going into it, it's going to be worse coming out. You know, 9 out of 10 times that's the case. Okay, so you know, make sure going into it that you've got everything set up. You know, having a lot of food coming into the contest. You know, you're not doing a ton of cardio. You know, when I talk to people, I'm always asking them how much food you're eating, how much cardio you're doing, and my hope is that they're eating a lot and they're not doing hardly any cardio, because then there's a lot of things to work with. If they come in and, you know, they've got a lot of body fat to lose, they're doing a ton of cardio, they're not eating hardly anything, you see, that's a bad situation. Okay, I tell them, like, no, we have to back up. We need to start increasing your intake slowly. We're basically going to start reverse dieting right then and there before they get to the contest. Slowly increasing their food, so that way when the time comes, then they're ready to flip the switch and start the diet. Okay, but again, I can't stress this enough. After a contest, you know, hold yourself accountable and do the reverse diet. You know, as a coach, this is the biggest thing. Okay, and then again, time. You know, two things. One is, you know, between contests and also between seasons, giving yourself enough time to reverse diet. We already kind of talked about that, but also giving yourself enough time, you know, in between or up to the contest. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video series of Bodybuilding 101. If you did, please like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. Please stay tuned, additional videos are coming, and remember, keep making an impact.